So I just watched Pixar's latest film, Hoppers, and going into it, I was a bit mixed on what to think. Like I'll admit none of the advertising was like blowing me away, but I was still thinking, okay, like there's been other Pixar films, even just other films in general where like the advertising wasn't great, but I ended up rather enjoying it. Like Luca was kind of the same way. The advertising wasn't amazing, but I did end up rather enjoying that one. So now that I have seen Hoppers, I can say I really liked it. This was a very enjoyable film for me. It's not going to be a film for everyone. Like if you kind of want to see more of the traditional Pixar type film where it's like I don't want to say grounded, but like it takes itself kind of more seriously. This isn't going to be for you because this film, like the number one word I would use to describe the tone is batshit because like it kind of just doesn't really care like in terms of the tone. It will just go insane with some of the stuff it has on screen and some of the things it just pulls out. Like it just is like, well, we think it's entertaining, and as long as you think it's entertaining, that's all we care about. And I was very entertained throughout the whole film. Like the jokes in this kind of range from like standard but still funny to like just again just throwing out insane like visual gags and like sort of like kind of this some gags that are actually like kind of dark in the same way that like some of the humor and something like the wild robot is like kind of dark. Like it's not afraid to show like this is the animal kingdom, this is how it operates, and like it's just gonna throw you into it. Like obviously it's exaggerated, but like in other ways it's really kind of not. The main character in this, Mabel, I thought was likable. Like, again, going into it, I wasn't 100% convinced if I would like her or not. But yeah, but in this film, I like by like the first 5 minutes, I was definitely like enjoying her. Like, you get her motivation for what she's trying to do, and you definitely do. I like the scenes with her and the like learning about the animals, bonding with them, and yeah, Bobby Moynihan's character as well. The King Beaver, I believe George is his name. I think they have really good chemistry. They work well off of each other, and all of the scenes with them I really liked. And you definitely, it's like one of those films that's kind of like a fast friendship, but you do believe it. You understand why they would become friends as quickly as they do, and it is really sweet to see. I liked pretty much all the side characters in this. I liked the scientists who made the hopping technology. I liked all of the animals. I won't go in. I guess I won't go into spoilers, but like the villain isn't who you think it is. Like from the advertising, you'd probably guess it's like the evil type like mayor who's like trying to tear everything down. And I'll just say because the trailers did kind of show this, he's not the villain, which I do appreciate. Like I feel like he would have been an easy kind of villain to have in an environmental film like this, but they do make it clear, like not early on, but like about halfway through, I'd say that he's not the villain, which like I said, I definitely appreciate them going a different direction with him. And again, the bond that kind of sort of bond he forms with Mabel by the end, you do buy it, and I think that that was done pretty well. And but yeah, the main villain in this, like I won't say who it is cuz like really the advertising doesn't say who it is, and it's not like a twist villain in that oh my gosh, it was them all along. It's more just like they don't really say who the main villain is until about halfway through. I will say again, they are clearly having a ball because they are delightfully psychotic, and the actor playing them you can definitely tell is having a fantastic time with it. Like it took me a little bit to figure out who it is and like, oh, that person. I almost didn't recognize them because I've never seen them go that unhinged before. And yeah, it was a very delightful over the top performance. This villain might be in like top 10 Pixar villains for me, even if they aren't in the film that much. But I think that kind of works because they could have easily overstayed their welcome if they were in the film too much. And in speak, I guess I'll quickly go over the humor. The humor, like pretty much every joke worked for me. Not all of them are hilarious, but I was laughing out loud again at how crazy the film gets at quite a few points. It's again delightfully psychotic, I guess. Sometimes is like some of the best joke how I would describe the best jokes in the film. The animation, like it's Pixar, obviously it's gonna look good, and I think it does a good job of like making it kind of like the environments look realistic, which is kind of the point. It's supposed to make nature look good. And the animals all look good, and the humans look good as well. And they do a good job kind of letting you know when we're following the humans' point of view and the animals' point of view. I think it's kind of clever the way they did that in a way. Really, if I had the only real complaint I can say about the film is some of the side characters don't get as much development as I think they should, like the bear, like there's a bear, another beaver, and a lizard who kind of follow Mabel and the king around for like during their adventures, and they're like, yeah, we're with you, Mabel, let's do this. And it's like, I don't really buy that. They did such a good job focusing on the relationship between Mabel and Bobby Moynihan Beaver that these other animals don't really get that much time to like get much development. They really just kind of feel like they're there and they're entertaining, like I said, but I really didn't buy that they would immediately be so, I guess, ride or die, for lack of a better word, with Mabel. Like I feel like this film kind of has the perfect running time, but I don't think it'd be too much to ask for like one or two scenes of Mabel bonding with these other animals as well. And I guess I will. One more thing I'll say is that the emotional moments in this film do work. Like at multiple points, Mabel could be seen as kind of selfish with what she's trying to do in the film, but like again, it works because you get these scenes where she explains why she's going to the lengths that she does, and and each time it definitely works. I definitely felt for her every time they did it. So I think that's what. So yeah, I kind of think that's another reason why the film works as well as it does, because I'm kind of only comparing these two because they're the last two films I saw in theaters, but the tones in them are surprisingly not as different as you'd think they'd be. Compared to Nirvana, the band, the show, the movie, where really the only weak part is anytime it tries to be like emotional or sincere. Like I didn't really buy them, but here the emotional moments do legit work. So that's kind of what. So yeah, I think that's kind of why this film, in my opinion, works a little bit better. Again, it's kind of like weird to compare them, and I get it, but like again, it's just last two films I saw in theaters, and again, I think the tones are surprisingly more similar than you'd think going in. So yeah, Hoppers, really good Pixar film. I would say easily one of my favorites they've made this decade. Again, it's not going to win everybody over, but I think if you kind of watch this review and you're like, oh, that looks like the kind of Pixar film I would like, then I definitely say check it out. And I'm gonna give Hoppers an A. I do really hope that this film ends up like get doing well at the box office, because like I'm just sad that Elio kind of did pretty bad at the box office last year, and between that and if this does poorly, like Pixar might just stop making original films for a while. Like we know Toy Story 5 is gonna make money, but like I would just like for this to make money too, and like maybe secure a bit of a future in like original films at Pixar. Like it's kind of riding on this film. It kind of looks like. So those are my thoughts on Hoppers. If you've seen the film, let me know what you think down in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe to see more reviews like this in the future. And on that note, I will see you next time. Have a great day.